Good evening, collective. Harry and Joey here. I hope you guys are doing fabulous and full of light. Welcome to the 456 portal. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. I know that I am. Don't mind me. I just got out the shower. My skin looks oily. Um, I hope everyone is doing fabulous. Welcome to this great celestial event. Everybody just talked about the 444 portal or the 44 portal, but people didn't even think to do the numerology to say that that portal was just a gateway to get you to the wormholes opening up today cosmically, which is 456, which is April, the month of the Fool, the new beginnings, the new this, the new that. Hey Lisa, which is the number 4, the Fool, right? And the tarot's the 0, but it's month 4, April, Aries, new beginnings, new energy, that new divine masculine energy of self love and being in your ego and being independent and being motivated to go into that day number 5, which is creating the change, right, collective? That is going to create your year number 6 because of the 2022. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. So this is the 456 wormhole reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. I am going to speak about a dream that I had this morning in this reading that I think kind of like goes into the whole portal and what's going on. Good evening, Matthew. So remember the 456 portal, the month number 4, which is the Aries energy, new beginnings, divine masculine, ego, independence, um, motivation, passion, to go into the day number 5, which is about change. Today the change starts where your manifestations start to come in, right? You start to feel the change within your bodies. Some of us that are already on that path, we've been feeling it for weeks, but the people that are starting to feel out energies are starting to feel it today. Some of you felt it in a new moon. But then we go into the 2022, which is the year 6. So 456 wormhole reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to go into the downloads, guys. Let's go into the rosemary here. Get some rosemary popping. Spirit told me to shut off the music for today. Tomorrow we will be listening to the music and the songs and all of that because tomorrow is the love reading. Today we are congratulating, celebrating the fact that we are about to jump into this transitional wormhole to get onto our new timeline. So remember that divine feminine is the moon and divine masculine is the sun. So remember in that reading where I said that divine masculine is coming to switch seats with divine feminine. So what the hell did you think happened when they met? And both of those divine energies met each other at that new moon, right? The 4th, which was Monday. The 4-4 portal. It created the portal to bring in that wormhole to transport us to these new timelines that we want to get into. These new energies, these new archetypal energies, these new vibrations, these new hertz, these new frequencies of consciousness. I don't think a lot of you are ready. A lot of the things that they talked about in this dream for me is that time is starting to speed up and slow down. For a lot of you, you're starting to see that time is not linear. A lot of you, you might start to see that one day it goes by really fast and then the next day goes down really slow. And it's because time is linear and time is not working against you, it's working for you. So time passes by according to how you perceive it. Okay? It's like AOL to 5G. Remember when we used to perceive internet in very slow motion, and now we're in 5G and it's very fast, but now that our consciousness is raising, we perceive it as slow. It's because our consciousness is raising and we're starting to get the concept of time. In this dream, I two meteors hit the earth and it broke down the internet. It broke the construct of time. It it kind of showed me in the dream that everybody was so dumb, like that movie Don't Look Up. Everybody was in their phone. Nobody was worried about what was going on. And that was what kind of concerned me. So is internet the enemy? And this is why these meteors are going to hit the earth. So if you didn't know, March 11th, a meteor hit the UK. And March 30th, a meteor hit Indiana. The meteor that hit Indiana broke down all the electrical systems and everything that was going on in that state. Why aren't they talking about this on the news? Because they don't want to create a panic, right? Because there's another one coming, and they're talking up. The scientists are talking about that this one is big enough to shut down our internet. So now you get to see why they were talking about save your information, save your pictures, save this, save that, right? Because everybody is going to experience reality without internet for a while. It's going to break down. But it's all a system that is going on behind the scenes in the 5D to get us to go back to the ecosystem, to nature, right? Manifestations are coming in for those who paid attention to the wormhole that opened up and used it as transportation to quantum jump to their new timelines, giving the ability to experience the new manifestation. Welcome to the 10 of Pentacles, right? Because in the dream, the people that weren't paying attention to the meteors and how it was changing time and perception and consciousness, it didn't do anything. But for the ones that were paying attention, as myself and the people that were with me, like the collective, we got to go on the highway. So what's the other name for a highway? Is a free way that gets you to where? Another place. Correct? Correct. We've become obsessive with the idea of perfection as well. Right? And I'm elaborate, okay? The universe is perfect because of the acceptance of imperfection, allowing the space in for growth. We are heading to death by technology. We need to return to the ecosystem. Remember, we are creatures of nature, not habit and technology only. From robots back to divine animals. Because if we go back to the ecosystem, we become animals. And why do you think people are so afraid to go onto land and own their own land and build their own gardens and do this and do that? Because they start to feel how Adam and Eve felt when they got kicked out of the garden, where everything was done for them. They were living in a matrix too. So when they got kicked out of the fucking garden and realized that they had to start a garden to fucking eat, to make clothes, to not be naked, to find herbs to heal themselves, that's when they missed the matrix, right? So the universe is trying to tell you with this fucking portal to jump into the fucking wormhole and get on fucking board. This is, remember last year when I was talking about everybody get on board, get on the train? That was the train. Now we're taking the fucking plane. We took the train to the airport. Now we're taking the plane to the destination or the homeland of the reality or timeline that we want to experience. That 10 of Pentacles, right? But for us, for us to be able to get these 10 of Pentacles, we have to sacrifice this paradigm of perfection with social media and technology and internet, and wanting to be materialistic and wanting to look a certain type of way and wanting to do this and wanting to do that. This is why today I came out here without fucking makeup. I drew on my fucking eyebrows and that was it, bitch. Okay? Threw on a fucking scarf and I said, hi, yeah, bitch, you're a chop. At the end of the day, we don't have to be impressing nobody because I am you and you are me. The fact that I have buck teeth and ugly teeth does not mean anything, because behind this motherfucking face, I have a soul just like yours. That comes from the same fucking source. That was given the same gift of life to be able to create my own reality. So there's no difference between you and I. If it's you, if it's you, it's me, and if it's me, it's you. I am a reflection of you, and you are a reflection of me, just how we are a reflection of the source. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what jumping into this wormhole is gonna get us to understand that there is no such thing as right or wrong. It's gonna get us to operate from the heart chakra. Animals operate from the heart chakra. Whether they're savage or not, is because they understand that they are divine animals and that they have a duty here on the earth. The ecosystem has a recycling cycle too. This eats this, that eats that, this does this, that, but most animals are fucking vegetarians. The only reason why they have turned to meat is because they have no more fucking grass and trees to eat. Because we're fucking up the earth. With what? Technology and the shit that we keep putting onto it. Please do share the video. Be kind enough to share the knowledge and share the light and share the love. Share it to your social platforms. The video is public, so everyone will be able to see it. So let's get more people in here. Let's grow the collective. Let's grow the celestial gang, okay? The other thing that I wanted to talk about is how as above, so below. The sun and the moon came together with the new moon and the sun being in Aries, right? The refreshed sun. It went around the fucking universe one more fucking time. The sun is a year older, right? So it's doing a whole brand new. What do you do every fucking birthday or every new year? You're like, new resolution, new this, new that, right? So at the end of the day, the sun is like, I'm putting this Aries full energy out into the cosmic universe. And the moon with the new sun and the new moon, remember the new moon can't be seen, is invisible because it is in its darkest phase. So it's shining this dark light and this white light are coming together to create divine light, to create this wormhole so we can be able to jump in quantum leap into this new timeline that we're going to go into. So what we're going to do today, after we go into prayer here and light some more incense, we're going to go into the goddess oracle here. The reason why we're going into the goddess oracle is because these are new energies that are being brought in by divine masculine, but were created by divine feminine. Okay? So we're going to go into these unconditional love energies, wisdom, intuition, spirituality, self-love, compassion, all these things, nurturing, are all divine feminine energies. But we're experiencing them in the divine masculine era or season, right? Because divine masculine is the provider, so it's bringing it to us. Divine Mother was just bringing us through the jobs and the works and the lessons we had to learn to be able to accept the gifts that are going to be given to us in this new timeline. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go for number 4, 5, and 6. We're going to, for each number, we're going to go into the gods, angels, and goddesses advice, oracle, and then we're going to go into the heaven and earth tarot. Okay? Let's see what's going on here. I hope you guys are grasping the concept. I hope that is making sense. I hope that you guys are learning. I hope you guys are being full with light and knowledge and wisdom. Remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to share the video. Remember to send it to your friends. This is a public video. This one you can send to everyone and everything. This one is for the collective, since it's universal information. Okay, guys. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for waking us out of our beds today, allowing us to be an extension of you, understanding that you gave us free will so we can be co-creators of our own reality. Please connect us to God's source, the spiritual guides, the cosmic objects, planetary objects, the star systems, the constellations, the portals, the wormholes, anything, the black holes, the white holes, anything that is going to bring us to these new timelines so we can be able to understand the new archetypal vibrational energies that we are about to receive within our temple so we can be able to expand and learn and love and be unconditional in every way, shape, or form that we find suitable for our reality and the reality of others. Thank you for your love, your wisdom, and support. We are nothing without it, nothing without you. In your humble name we pray, so it be, so it be, so it be. Woo! I just felt that motherfucking portal open, bitch. Very interesting download that I'm getting. The reason why Venus came through, Aphrodite, whatever you want to call her, divine feminine, came through yesterday in the readings, is also because a lot of us have to break down the constructs of what we feel love is. Because love is not monogamy. And this might ruffle a lot of feathers, but love is not monogamy because monogamy is control. Being monogamous and being in a long-term relationship is ownership. It has turned into ownership. Even think about it, when you get married to take somebody's last name like you're their fucking property. And then you get divorced and then you're like, oh, come take me and give me your last name again to somebody else because you become their property as well. Monogamy is literally like 600 to 700 years old. Before monogamy, it was nothing but um polyamorous relationship. Okay, it was people understanding that they were the temple, and getting married meant that we had sex and that you were mine now, because once we had sex we intertwined with each other and interjected each other with our energies. But now, since they were able to profitize marriage and profitize monogamy, this is why we are in these relationships now. Relationships create, monogamy creates insecurities, it creates control, it creates ownership, it creates love slaveship. Venus, Aphrodite, divine feminine want women to take their power back. This is why women are not being monogamous. This is why women are acting like men. This is why women are treating men how they were being treated. And it's because we are just as equal. Women are just as equal as men, and men are just as equal as women. Hello, Terry. And at the end of the day, this is what you guys have to start realizing. Still be on her period, which is equivalent to a heart attack, and they are still forced to go to work and to clean and to take care of their kids and do this and do that, and then go curl up with a fucking heating pad. It's more challenging for a woman because the woman is the source. Woman came first, and then the man was made from the woman. Because if you know and you follow me, Adam turns around to Eve and says, thank you for being my creator and being my mother. Because without the divine feminine Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit is feminine, the fucking egotistical body, physical body will not move. Adam could not move from the ground if it wasn't for the Holy Spirit. Okay? So for a lot of you with this idea of that, I want to have somebody for myself, I want to get married, I want to do this, I want to do that, you're only doing it because you want to be in control of how somebody loves you. You want to be in control of how somebody loves you and how you receive love and how you can put your ultimatums and put your fucking your your boundaries and this in front of love, but you can't because love is unconditional. Love doesn't own nobody. Love can't tell nobody what the fuck to do. If that was the case, God would be here telling you, go the fuck over there, go do this, go do that. But no, God gave you free will because he loves you that much. Let's go to the fucking number 4. But a lot of you fell slaves to this motherfucking, these social constructs that don't serve nobody but the fucking patriarchal fucking system. And this is what you guys aren't fucking understanding until we don't jump into this motherfucking wormhole and do the things that we're fucking supposed to do for ourselves and become selfish as a fucking human race and as a collective and work together as one, not as individuals. That's when we will learn our fucking true power. Didn't nobody learn the fucking power that we fucking had when we turned that man sentence in? That guy that did that fucking car massacre, that truck massacre, that didn't have the brakes and got almost 100 years. We brought that shit down to 15 because we got together as a nation and showed what real justice was. That man would have been dead by now. Oh, y'all forgot about that. A lot of you want to be in relationships and want to love and want love and want this and want that, but still don't love yourself enough to understand that love is unconditional. Sometimes you can even stand yourself. How the fuck are you going to stand others? That's because you don't have complete unconditional love for yourself. He shouldn't have gotten 15, but this is the fucking social constructs that we live in. Where we still have white people that would have been upset if he would have been let free. You understand? It would have caused a frenzy. It would have caused a fucking civil war. Because remember, this shit happened in a red state. I haven't even pulled the card and we're fucking 22 minutes in. I can't. These downloads, these energies. So let's go into number 4 here. One card, Spirit. What did I fucking say? Selfhood. It's about selfhood. How can you aim for others if you can't even aim for yourself? The god Artemis. Selfhood is about the self. How can I build myself? How can I love myself unconditionally, even the darkest parts of myself? How can I help myself? How can I uplift myself? How can I be compassionate and nurturing to myself so then I can be able to aim the same shit to everyone else with the number 4? A lot of you want certain stabilities in love and relationships, in your career, in your finances, and all this other bullshit, but you don't even know how to give it to yourself. How do you want somebody to come and unconditionally love you if you can't even unconditionally love yourself? How do you want your motherfucking job to motherfucking value you if you don't even value the fucking work you do? This is why when Jesus was walking around, he was talking about, I am that I am. Yes, I am God, bitch. What you gonna do about it? Because there is no manifestation without work. There is no fucking magic without work. There is no motherfucking cause without effect. There is nothing without movement. And with the selfhood of you telling yourself that I'm gonna go straight for that. The bullseye, the aim, the target. Because this is what the fuck is about. You jumping into the wormhole to create the new foundation, the new timeline. What you thought you was going to jump through the wormhole and you was going to find the fucking reality already constructed for you? No, you're being put on the vibration to go and construct and create that reality in that motherfucking timeline. This is where you're heading. It's moving forward, not backwards. Right? It's moving forward, not backwards. For a lot of you, you can be air signs. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, maybe even Aquarius, Libra, Gemini for some of you. Or you might have this in your chart. But for a lot of you, it's about recreating, rebirthing. This is a new fucking rebirth. This is a new Big Bang, bitch. So what are you about to create? This is what the fuck the universe is asking you. See how she's fucking shooting the arrow? That's because she is the outer, sending the energy out to be created in the fucking 3D from the 5D. Because it's the selfhood. You are the magician. Gemini energy. Number 5. It's a new awakening. A lot of you think that you only awaken once and ascend only once. No, you keep ascending and keep awakening and keep ascending and keep awakening because you keep learning different aspects of yourself. See how this fucking volcano is erupting? What does the lava do once it dries up? It creates new fucking land. It creates new fucking land, collective. Oh yes, the fuck it does. But this is you awakening to the fact that new land is there and you have nothing but space and opportunity to fucking create. Just how in the hood there was that you have nothing but space and opportunity to swing, bitch, you have nothing but space and opportunity to fucking create. The world was given to you to inherit, to create. Everybody can have a piece of it. Why the fuck you think the country and the governments and the nations are so adamant on buying all the land and putting buildings and shit on it that don't purpose the fucking earth? And so you won't buy it, so you won't live on it, so it becomes a private property. So you don't inherit what was given to you by the universe, by God. A lot of you, instead of putting into materialistic shit with the number 5, let's create the change with this new portal to stop pouring into materialistic shit. Let's stop pouring into Jordans and jeans and Gucci and Fendi and all of this and all of that and the latest makeup and the latest wigs and the latest that. Let's stop doing all of that and put all our fucking money together and start buying land. And start making fucking villages. And start making our own little nations. How about that? I bet you nobody will fucking raise their hand for that. Because everybody's really scared of ascension. Everybody's really scared of the power that we really got. They got you motherfuckers thinking that you don't have power. That you don't have divinity. That you're a slave to them when in reality they're a slave to you. How the fuck can you make the Matrix work for you and not you for the Matrix? That's the goal. People out here still fucking getting loans to buy houses when you can literally fucking buy land and build your house on top of it. How do you sound? You want to get into a fucking 35, 45 year fucking loan that you have to pay, that you probably fucking die, it still won't be fucking paid off? Because of your fucking health problems, because you're not eating right, because you're not doing the things that spirit is telling you that you gotta fucking do? Who's gonna jump into this wormhole and do what needs to be done is the question. It's a fucking awakening and a lot of you are just sitting there like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Look at all this new shit that's happening. All this new information that's going on. Yeah, it's not only for you to register it, it's also for you to fucking apply it to your fucking reality. Shit is weird. You're making Gucci more rich when you ain't even rich. Yes, but the 10 of Pentacles, what is the 10 of Pentacles? A lot of you are thinking that rich is talking about a big mansion and it's talking about this and talking about that. That's not rich. What richness is. Rich and abundance and prosperity is owning your own land, having a legacy, having a 10 of Pentacles, creating a spiritual village. How Lemuria, Atlantis, and Egypt used to live. Where everybody had free energy and was abundant and had food and had the freedom and the space to create anything and work at anything that they wanted. Rich ain't Gucci and having a car and having this and having that and having money. That's not rich. This is why I keep telling you guys, keep ascending, keep learning, keep jumping through these fucking quantum leaps, because you guys are still worshiping things that have you enslaved. Who the fuck is your master? For some of you, your master is liquor. For some of you, your master is cigarettes. For some of you, it's weed. For some of you, it's food. For some of you, it's the nation. For some of you, it's food stamps. For some of you, it's this. For some of you, it's laziness. It's different for everybody. So nobody can judge nobody. But I will tell you this. Y'all will learn after today what the fuck this new paradigm is really the fuck about. Because if y'all don't fucking awaken like this says, a lot of you are going to be taken by the lava and be burnt the fuck up. Because a lot of you ain't going to know what the fuck to do with what's coming in the next 10 years. Well, you thought that the book of the Apocalypse and the Revelation was fake? No, they just dramatized it a little bit to make it serve their own agenda. But all that shit's gonna happen. There's not gonna be no food. You wanna know why? Because we're gonna have to start growing it for ourselves. That's why. Because we're starting to figure out that they're fucking poisoning us and killing us. Oh God. Number 6. The year of what? The year of synthesis. The year of synthesis. Gildeptus. Synthesis. Going back to the ecosystem. Didn't I say it? The water, the trees, the air, the earth, the fire with the lava. Like what ain't you guys getting here? It's time to go back to the elements that we were created from. The earth, the air, the fire, and the water. Which is what? Nature. We're living in these fucking metropolises like it's fucking benefiting us in some way, shape, or form. No, we are feeding the matrix instead of making the matrix feed us. A lot of you have to stop playing the fucking victim, the overall energy. A lot of you have been the victim for too long. Whether it's in relationships, whether it's with the government, whether it's ascension, your job, these connections, these whatever the fuck it is, a lot of you need to fucking stop it now. It's fucking enough. The universe is like, this is enough. You're killing the fucking earth. Look at the earth, looking at herself like, this is all the water I got left? Yeah, because you motherfuckers are out here doing reckless ass shit. Using reckless ass shit. And doing reckless ass shit. But a lot of you don't want to see that. A lot of you don't want to see how we're fucking destroying the planet. Destroying the planet, destroying our resources, destroying our own access to ascension, because our next step to ascension is literally going back to the ecosystem. Like I said in my downloads, I told you that this is what the fuck this was about. I literally only got 3 cards on the fucking table, and look at how far we have come. 33 fucking minutes. Yes, the earth gives you everything that you need. But a lot of you keep thinking that the universe, I mean the nations and the governments give you everything that you need. And your jobs give you everything that you need. No, because if you was to literally go into the woods right now, you will have every single element you need to create a house, to create fire, to create whatever it is that the fuck that you need. You can even create your own fucking solar panels. Let's talk about it. With gold and limestones and quartz. And grab the energy from the particles of the negative radiation coming from the sun in the sky. And then at the bottom of this solar panel that you create, take the water and hydrogen and fucking have that little power of a positive charge and put it into the motherfucking solar panel, and that creates a space and area where it concentrates the energy where you can fucking use it. free energy from the earth. Bitch, you're walking energy. What the fuck makes you think you can't create it for yourself? Education, wisdom, knowledge. So we're gonna go into the book and read each what each god has to say, what each portal has to say, or which each one. And I don't think these are the portals or the wormholes. I think these are more the archetypal energies that are gonna come in for us. That are gonna come in for us to adapt to. We are like computers working at a basic level. That is very true. I like that analogy. We are quantum physical computers. Um, Quantum biological computers that are evolving consciously to get to the latest software or consciousness to get us running to how we used to run back in the day. Because we've been conditioned and dumbed down. It's like I said in my download, we went from 5G to AOL. It's reversed. They keep making you think that we're in this like technological era and that we're so far advanced, and we're really not. We can be so much more far advanced if we were to mix our consciousness with technology in a healthy, positive way. Science and spirituality. But they don't want to do that because they know that once you do that, the world has to change. We'll be living like the fucking Jetsons, bitch. So we're going to go into the selfhood, which is the first one here. The selfhood. Artemis. Artemis is a multi-dimensional, didn't I say that's what we are? Goddess reduced by the Greeks to the domain of moon, virgin, huntress, and childbirth. Really represented the feminine in all her aspects. She was the huntress who protected animals, and the virgin, whole and complete unto herself, who made love in the woods when Artemis was a little girl. Zeus, her father, wanted to give her a gift and asked her what she wanted. Artemis replied, I want to run forever wild and free with my hounds in the woods and never ever marry. What the fuck did I say in the beginning of this reading? Monogamous relationships are nothing but an enslavement, and that we need to go back to the fucking nature and the ecosystem. Didn't I just fucking confirm that with this fucking card? Artemis has shot her arrow of selfhood onto your life to help you focus on yourself. Have you been too much at the service of others without making sure you get what you need for yourself? Has it been too long since you had time to yourself or a space of your own? Do the boundaries of your selfhood seem blurred and indistinct? Do you feel you have no right to a self of your own, but must always be thinking of others, putting their needs first until you don't know who you are or what you want? Even your kids, I'm hearing Spirit say. Now is the time to come into yourself. Now is the time to pay attention to your whispering voices of your own needs. Now is the time to take yourself back and celebrate the strengthen who you are. Artemis says the wholeness is nurtured when you honor, respect, and give time and space to yourself, which is your own divinity. She also asks you, how can you expect to hit any targets if you don't have a self from which to shoot from? You are the shooting to aim at this Ten of Pentacles. But how the fuck are you supposed to aim at something if you don't have yourself to shoot from? Ugh. Spirit, you're just too much today. You're just too much today. Seriously. So we're going to go into the tarot for the sisterhood and see what's going on here. Selfhood. A lot of you have to come out of the enslavement of always thinking that you have to help people because they're your siblings, they're your family members, they're your fucking this, they're your fucking that, and because they do shit for you. No. If they're doing shit for you and you're not asking for it, you never ask for it. So at the end of the day, why do you even feel guilty about it? At the end of the day, you don't have to help anybody. The same brainstorming, the same thoughts, the same solutions that you come up with, they can come up with on their own. Stop being Captain Save a Ho. You understand? Stop being Captain Save a Ho. Because even with Granny told fucking Red Riding Hood not to go through that path, the bitch went through the path and that's why she was eaten by the fucking wolf. But if she would have fucking listened the fucking first time, then she wouldn't need that help. Now would she? Stop riding the hood and become the self-hood. Look at this. Stop fighting the battles of others. Temperance and reverse. This is why a lot of you lose patience with people and then wonder why you get in this bitter ass energy of like, I don't want to help people no more. Yeah, because you keep helping the fucking wrong ass people. People that can actually help themselves. The reason why you jump in and help them is because they didn't take your advice in the first place. So if they didn't take your advice, what would you do for them? Hello? Do for the people that take the advice and show promise and show that they're moving and that they took it into consideration and showing you that they're taking steps. But don't help people that don't want to help themselves or even fucking consider advice. Because that's what exactly what they want you to do, to jump in and fight their battles for them. We have Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini energy. Any other messages for the selfhood? It's time to fucking get to work. To bring all these fucking aspirations and all these things that you want to fucking experience back to yourself. You want to know why a lot of the people that you think should be receiving karma and should be fucking going through hell and they're not? Is because you're helping them and they're using your energy to manifest their reality. How does that look? And you're wondering around like, why the fuck hasn't this person gotten their revenge yet? Why in the fuck this? Why in the fuck that? That's because you're still connected to them or people that they're connected to and still talking to them and still giving them advice and still doing this for them and you're still getting into all these other energies and they're taking away your energies and they're manifesting their realities with it. Then you wonder why your fucking manifestations aren't coming the fuck in. You want to know why? Because you aren't doing the fucking work, the material work of selfhood. That's why. You want abundance? Get into selfhood. The Three of Cups. You want the tree of life? You want the tree of good and evil? You want the tree of knowledge? You want the tree of fucking abundance and prosperity and everything the fuck else? Because people forget there's not only just one tree, there's a whole bunch of them. Because they're just archetypal energies. Then do what the fuck the universe is telling you to do. That's Cancer energy right there. And stop becoming the victim and afraid of things that you're creating in your own motherfucking mind. Because you are the consciousness. You are God living the human experience. So who the fuck you think is creating all this shit? You. By the fucking decisions that you make. Let's go into Pele, which is awakening. Pele is the volcano goddess of the Polynesian peoples of Hawaii. According to the legend, she appears to people as a beautiful and mysterious young woman just before her volcano is about to erupt, or as a gnarled old woman who lights her cigarette with the snap of her fingers. Although her priestesses, the queens of Hawaii, were converted to Christianity when Mauna Loa erupted in 1880, Princess Kili Kalani recited the old chants, gave offerings of silk cloth, and poured brandy into the bubbling lava. Pele, thus appeased, grew calm, and the volcano stopped. Spirit is yelling at me. I gotta stop having a soft spot for certain people that cry wolf, but don't take that advice. Yeah, but these people keep crying wolf and there's never a fucking wolf. That's the problem. Or keep conjuring up the same wolf for you to come and save them from. Like, what the fuck? Pele's appearance signals a need for awakening. Have you been sitting still for too long? A lot of you got comfortable in your awakening because you feel good now, because you're a different person now. You're way better than who you were before. So what? Don't get comfortable, bitch. Get the fuck up off your ass and get to work. Have you been lured into sleep by the evenness in your life? The evenness in your life. Oh, because it's good now? Now you want to relax and parlay? And no, get the fuck up and keep working and keep conjuring shit. Has reality been too slippery to grasp? Get ready to awaken your awareness and come into full consciousness. Now is the time to see things as they really are, to initiate change so things can be as you want them to be. Now is the time to wake up to your potential and power, to move and shake. Pay attention to all that life is telling you. Pele says that when you nurture awakening, your life becomes creative rather than reactive, and an infinitely more powerful place to be. Yeah, because this is where the wormhole is trying to take you, to a more powerful and more creative place than than more than a reactive place, which is where we are now. A reactive place because it's not controlled by us, it's controlled by a social construct, it's controlled by a government, it's controlled by all these people above us that want us to fucking move in a certain type of way. Whether it's a relationship, career, the nations, the social constructs, whatever the fuck it is, take it how it resonates. Let's go into the awakening here. Earthly power. I told you. It's time to truly awaken. A lot of you say that you're awakened, but a lot of you ain't really doing shit to awaken yourself. A lot of you ain't destroying the social constructs. A lot of you are still going to supermarkets to buy food. A lot of you are still vegan. A lot of you are still entertaining low vibrational energies, low vibrational people, trying to help people that can help themselves. A lot of you are. And I'm hearing in my mind, I always use this analogy, but remember that when Jesus was walking around, he never just gave help. He asked people if they wanted the help. And if they did, they have to do the work to get the help and change their ways, right? Don't go around just giving people help. Ask them for it, and I bet you that when you ask people if they want the solution, they're never going to want the solution. They just want to victimize themselves so you can sit there and hear them and do it for them. There's a tower moment here. We got the Ten of Pentacles, what I was talking about. A lot of you aren't going to get the Ten of Pentacles until you disconnect from the things that don't fucking purpose you. With the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, Capricorn energy. I kind of feel like your earthly power comes when you go back to the earth. Your earthly power are not these people that are sitting on these thrones and controlling everything. You have the power. It's time to decapitate these fucking people and take the earth for ourselves. That's how you create the Ten of Pentacles. Buying land, creating villages, bring your own gardens, your own food, not having to work. Imagine owning your own land and having to pay rent and also growing your own food, but you don't gotta buy food. So what do you really have left to pay for? Nothing really. You have your own electricity with solar panels or free energy. And then what are you paying for? Internet? To have cable and shit like that? Oh, wow. $50 a month? Like I said, let the matrix work for you, not you for it. Not having a mortgage and a gas bill and a light bill and a trash bill and a water bill and an insurance bill and a tax bill and the car tax and the car insurance and the tax. You see how we can just keep going all day? You work for them. Make them work for you. That's the awakening that needs to happen in this portal. It's time to stop fucking laying around and waiting for the tower moment to happen and create the tower moment for them. That's how we become the Queen of Pentacles. That's how you become the GOAT, the greatest of all time. That's how you enlighten yourself and sit on that fucking throne and be like, bitch, haha, you can't come on this land because this shit is mine. This land is my land. That land is your land. This land was made for you and me. Bitch. The fuck? Not just for you. It was made for me too. But until y'all don't fucking get onto your fucking shit and start doing the things that you need to do, none of this shit's gonna happen. Y'all gonna still become slaves to the system, whether it's through a supermarket, through cigarettes, to liquor, through food, through clothes, through whatever. You're still fucking depending off of the system. Hi, y'all. For some of you, the awakening is that a lot of you are also realizing that a lot of you are beyond a lot of people. And a lot of you keep wasting your energy and wasting your time and wasting your divinity and wasting your knowledge on these people when these people don't even take you seriously or into consideration. These people really think that you're crazy. Collective. This is why your ascension process should be personally to you. Everybody's ascension process is different. You don't go and teach anybody else unless you are a teacher, and don't take things personal. Ask myself. I don't take things personal from people. That's why I can give the messages that I give, because I don't give a fuck about anybody else more than I give a fuck about myself. The only reason why I can give these fucking messages of unconditional love is because I unconditionally love myself. And I don't give a fuck what your fucking consciousness thinks. I know how to create harmonious change. And a lot of you are watching these readings because a lot of you want to learn the same, right? So with the harmonious change, here you are with the Two of Pentacles. This is making a decision to literally drop these people off for good. Whether they are siblings, family members, friends, it don't matter. You're sick of being in the same cycle with them, and it ends today. The moon, that is what's being revealed here. Remember I said the moon and the sun? All we need is the sun to pop out in this motherfucker. So let's go into synthesis. Synthesis. Gildapis, whose name means lady hanging hair, is the forest goddess of the Tlingit and Haida people of Northwest North America. Northwest North America, when the Indians were still here before being colonized and all of that. To her people, she was the moss hanging branches of cedar. When her people were threatened by the destructive whirlpool, which are seafaring ships, she called all the natural powers of the coast together and prepared for them a sumptuous feast. Delighted with the feast, they all agreed to work with her. That's like us working with the earth, right? Thus, Gildapis was able to synthesize their energies and change the whirlpool into a river. When you work with the elements, you become the magician, you become the alchemist, and you become the manipulator of elements, so you can create anything and fucking everything that you want to fucking create. When she glides into your life to tell you the way to wholeness for you now lies in synthesis. It is time to bring all the divergent parts, all the opposing pieces of yourself together in one whole you. At this time in your life, you may be engaged in conflict or opposition. Now you must resolve it and create union between yourself and what you want to experience. Perhaps you are dissipating your energy, your life force in too many directions, or in too many people, or have hundreds of irons in the fire. This is the time to find the common thread that will serve your needs in the best way, and that thread is your own thread. Gildapus says that by learning to listen to all of the different pieces, all of the divergent parts of you, and this can include your family, community, and partner, you can hear and give what is needed to create wholeness. Wholeness is created when all the parts are honored and listened to, whether high vibrational, low vibrational, light, or darkness. When all the parts are brought together and synthesized into a whole, the greatest gifts to the whole often lie in the most dis- disparate pieces, or disparate pieces. Listen, I said this all before I read all these passages. The earth is like, come work with me and you'll see how much you can create. The earth is waiting for us to go and open up these new energies so we can create the new world and create the new energies that we're going to use for our homes, the new foods, the new everything. But we have to go back to the earth and study it so we can be one with it and create synthesis with it, right? Taking control of what was given to us. Look, the King of Swords, the despair and cruelty, and the Ace of Wands. Stop being cruel to the earth and coincide with it and work with it and become king aside the goddess or the queen, which is the earth. And you won't go through cruelty and despair anymore because you will be in control of the land. You will be in control of everything. Who's in control of the land right now? The government. And aren't they in power? Exactly. So what the fuck you think happens when you go back to the system, the ecosystem, and buy your own land and buy this and buy that? You go back into your own power and get out of the cruelty and the despair that they're creating with the land that you can so create for yourself or obtain for yourself and create your own reality. Yes. Stop with the illusionary success with the Seven of fucking Pentacles. It's not serving you in anything. These cars, these houses, it's not serving you in anything. It's illusionary success. Success would be self-fulfillment, being real with yourself, obtaining real knowledge, becoming the Princess of Wands, becoming a fucking beast of nature, a divine goddess or king or god of nature. Because the land is yours, right? And then what happens with that? You have dominion. Didn't I say you become powerful? You have dominion. Look at the world in his hands. The Two of fucking Wands. Look at him looking out into the land like, what am I going to create? What am I going to do? You see that shit? The Two of fucking Wands. The Two of fucking Wands collective. I'm going to read the bottom of this. I'm going to read the victim, the bottom of this deck, which is the goddess Sedna. Which want to read victim because we have become a victim to these social constructs and these realities, to see what it has to say to us. And then from the book of Heaven and Earth, I'll read dominion. How do we reach dominion of ourself or power of ourself? I hope you guys found this reading enlightening and informational. I know that I have to watch it back because I just dropped a whole bunch of fucking gems in this bitch. For everybody who thinks otherwise, suck a dick. I'm just playing. Y'all know me. I embrace my fucking polarity. Sedna swims into your life, the card of victim, to tell you to stop being a victim. The way to wholeness is to see how all these passages I talk about wholeness. The way to wholeness is to recognize how you've been caught up and are living in a victim archetype, then to change the pattern by empowering yourself. Are you fond of saying, why is this happening to me? Don't get stuck in the why. Look realistically at what you are creating, then work to change it. Do you feel your needs are too insignificant or to negotiate? Does everyone in your life seem to take advantage of you? Your way to wholeness lies in recognizing when you are playing the victim and stopping it. Sedna says we have all been victimized by something, by patriarchal institutions, which is the government, discrimination based on race, gender, sexual preference, religion, or color. She encourages you to claim your power, which is Lilith. A lot of you need to see what your Lilith is placed in. Sedna says you are too precious and necessary in this dance of life to waste valuable energy and time being a victim rather than dissipating your energy. Create what you want. Just how the government creates what it wants for everyone to see and to experience. A lot of you need to start buying your land and buying your houses and building your houses and building your villages and building this in your collective and creating these families, because this is what abundance is. People don't realize that the Ten of Pentacles is nothing but a village of spiritual people that help each other ascend. That's all it is. And they have everything that they fucking need. So I'm going to go into the Two of Pentacles. Dominion and harmonious change. Those are the ones I'm gonna read because it brings in the 2, and 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? Which is creating the stability, the foundation. So this is what I'm gonna read. Dominion. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of foresight and planning. Success drives our need to create. Ambition is the vehicle that drives our desire for something better. Didn't I say that this wormhole was a vehicle to transport us to a new reality? Thank you. This card says it is time to get motivated and lay the groundwork for a brighter future. Seize the opportunity and begin moving towards the fucking goal. Another aspect of the Two of Wands is brainstorming. Once the spark of a new project takes hold, it is time to create a list of all the resources and boundaries which go into defining the project. The Two of Wands excels at bringing in these fresh perspectives and opinions to the table. The transformation is momentum is a good thing. The energy of the Two of Wands can move us forward towards our desires and help us get a path, set a path to attain what we want when we want it. It gives us the fire to work steadily. If we stick to the idea in our head and don't act upon it, we remain in the same place we currently are. Nothing is gained and nothing is lost. The dream remains static and stagnant with no voice to give to it. It may become lost, never to actualize at all. What future do you seek? What does the man in the card see over the horizon? How do you plan for your new challenges? And now we're going to go into the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles describes the state of imbalance. The ships in the sea ride rough waves and can be torn apart. A live out of balance does not bring harmonious change. Living a life of harmony is attainable. Breathe and find areas which toss the balance out of alignment. Take care to, and some of these unbalanced things are people, situations, and relationships, and decisions that you're making that don't align with what you want. Take care to pick the right actions to bring amicable outcomes. The Two of Pentacles also represents the desire to do what it takes to remove obstacles from your path. You have overextended your capabilities, and it is time to find a way to channel this new energy of what you can do in a new position. Do not fear the expansion, the ascension. It is yours for the taking, collective. We need the energy of the Two of Pentacles more than ever. Work and fun are thrown out of balance, and we need to figure out how to bring them into proportion. When we can, we find we sleep better and enjoy life more often. This cycle emboldens us to step out of routine and venture past what we do now and begin new enterprises that fulfill other aspects of ourselves. Yes. When we cannot find the balance, it causes many mental and physical health issues. Our daily work life grows stale, and the effort we put into our activity grows messy. Give them a vacuum. This bitch is messy. This could lead to being reprimanded or losing yourself completely, collective. So before you lose yourself completely, gain that selfhood, gain that new awakening, and practice that fucking synthesis, because it's time to fucking get into the wormhole and figure it the fuck out. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to tap into your energy and understanding and allowing yourself to be open minded to accept and grasp these concepts. I love you guys to the depth of my soul, in my heart chakra. But understand that I know you guys will probably be disappointed because I didn't do a love reading today. But know that a love reading is coming tomorrow. Period. And the concept that I'm bringing it with, you guys ain't even gonna be fucking expecting it. So I love you guys. I will be promoting the reading for tonight. If you need a private reading, do hit me up in a PM or private message so I can give you the link to my scheduler. And I will love to read you and see you and meet you. So thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye, collective. I'll see you tomorrow.